God does not need another group in the Apostolic Church. Truth, from where I sit, we have too many groups. We don't need another group. The church is one big unit. So why Aposa? Let's bow our head. Father, I pray thee this day in the name of Jesus, that you will touch our hearts, Lord, and bring us to that place that we might understand you. I pray that you will give us light from your presence. And I pray that you will rekindle something in us. And I pray that your will be done, Lord God. Breathe upon us once more and let there be life. Let there be light. Let there be hope, oh God. Raise this generation to bring glory to your holy name. Amen. Amen. If I look back to the days when this group started, truth is that things were so bad in the church called Apostolic. And I believe God was disappointed with us. Just as in the days of Noah, God regretted for creating man. And he said that I will destroy, because the Bible said the imagination of the thoughts of his heart was continually evil. Nothing good. So God destroyed the world of that time. But when it came to our period, I'm saying it again, that God was disappointed with the church of that time. God was disappointed with the kind of sin in the church. The kind of what you read about Nehemiah, what you read about the way the walls of Jerusalem were pulled down and the gates were bent and the church was in a reproach, you could typically see the Apostolic Church in that light. Sin that crept into the church like a flood. And wherever there is sin, the enemy has freedom to do whatever he wants to do. So I'm saying this now so that you won't lose the main bedrock of this vision. Out of that flood of sin, the Bible says that, and when the enemy shall enter like a flood, God will raise a standard. Aposa is a standard of holiness. Anytime Aposa loses its flag of holiness, it ceases to exist. I say this now because some have come into the group to enjoy. Some have come into the group to socialize. Some have come into the group to form subgroups. Some have come because it's nice to be Aposa. If you take out the spirit of holiness, there is no Aposa. God raised Aposa as a standard of holiness. So if there is anything we are saying, we are stirring up as the gift of God in us, we need to stir up the spirit of holiness in the church. When I say pastors, I mean all ministers, from apostleship, everywhere. Sin in the church. And how many times do you hear preachings against sin? I ask you, how many times? I mean, people don't get embarrassed when they live in sin. And this is the day where you preach to people to accept Christ, okay? And accepting Christ has become a very nice thing that does nothing to their nature of sin. They don't have to change their minds concerning sin. They don't get embarrassed about the sin in their lives. Yet we say they have accepted Christ. What a gospel. It belongs to hell, not the church. What brought Christ? What did he come to deal with? So how can we make it as if it's like a ticket to heaven? It's like a visa to heaven. It does nothing to the nature of sin. I'm sorry. Aposa is a standard that God is raising in his church. And it's a standard for holiness. If you understand this, my job is done. Aposa must wear the breastplate of righteousness with pride. That this is who we are, this is what we stand for. So when I see Aposa people feel comfortable in sin, they are not. Not all those that are of Israel are Israel. We have those who belong to the group by name, but they haven't caught the vision. They are the uncircumcised in the midst of us. They are the mixed multitude. I trust I'm not talking about someone here. If you have not made a decision to live a holy life, get out, join another group. I'll say it again. If you haven't determined in your heart that, Lord, I want to walk with you in holiness, you are not an Aposa person. You're not. It is not a place where we gather learned people. That's a byproduct. Are you here with me? That's not our main aim. We told our fathers so because we didn't want them to stop us from forming the group. But that wasn't the reason. Aposa is a standard of holiness. Today, I stand not only to talk to you about holiness, but to prove to you that it is possible. Now, sin is so normal that we think we can deal with sin. And because pastors are doing it, so why won't members do it? And we just think that, no, you can just sing, but if you come to church and sing about Jesus and dance and pray and somersault and do all those things, then it's a joke. Let me tell you, if the church will live a holy life, okay, a lot of the useless prayers we pray will cease. I'll explain that. You find people living in sin, and they come to prayers and they are binding the devil and losing. Binding who? Bind yourself. Bind yourself. Let me tell you, the devil has a right into your life so long as you keep something that belongs to him. You can't cast him out. You can't. If you have his goods, he has a right into your life. If you keep rubbish and smelly things in your room, and flies coming there, and you're driving them away, they will keep coming. How do you get rid of them? Get rid of that which smells from your life, and the flies will leave. What I see the church of today do is to live in sin. And when the enemy is doing things in their lives, then they are binding and losing their energy. Once you're doing that, all you can do is that you transfer your problem from one place in the room to another. So you think that your prayer is working. Your prayer is not working. The enemy is on this. You drive him away, he's a fly, he moves to that. You drive him away, he moves to that. So if you see that those kind of people, they are always buying and losing. Always. The enemy has a right, if he has something with you. So Jesus could say, the prince of this world coming, but he has nothing in me. I don't worry about his coming. Let's go. He can't do anything. Let's go. But if he has something with you, you are free. Is somebody here with me? His name will be called Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins. This is why he came, to save us from our sins, to restore us back to himself, to give us the place that we lost. Please, it is possible to live a victorious life. Amen. It is possible to live above sin. So let me tell you, apart from the book of Nehemiah that teaches Aposa how to build and how to understand the problem, the other pillar of Aposa is Joshua chapter 5. These are the two main things God gave to Aposa: Nehemiah and Joshua chapter 5. Where God asked Joshua to circumcise the children of Israel the second time. Circumcise them before they enter Jericho. Because they had not been circumcised because of their travels. Circumcise the children. So it was when they were circumcised that he said, this day I have rolled away the reproach of Egypt from you. Praise God. The reproach will only go when sin goes. Once sin remains, the reproach will still remain. So Aposa came out preaching holiness. Hard messages, no compromise. But we seem to be losing it. Are you here with me? We seem to be losing it. Aposa, if there is anything in us we have to stir up, one of them that we cannot leave out is the spirit of holiness. Are you here with me? The spirit of holiness. It doesn't mean you're perfect, but it means you're living and obeying God according to the light he has given you. It means your heart is loyal to him. It means you are loving him. It means you hate evil. It means you don't rejoice in sin. It means you fight it.